Okay, so now what we have done here is I've opened the anterior and the lateral compartments. You can see again that this was the anterior border of the tibia. This was the deep fascia. I have cut the deep fascia longitudinally to open the anterior compartment. This is the tibialis anterior. You can see its tendon is is reaching up to the this part, the medial cuneiform and the base of the first metatarsal. Then there is so the tibialis anterior is taking origin from the lateral surface of tibia, upper 3/4, and also takes origin if we go in the depth from the anterior surface of the interosseous membrane. Then, which are the other three muscles of anterior compartment? One is the extensor hallucis, one is extensor digitorum longus, and one is peroneus tertius. Where are they taking origin from? We can see the longest one of these is the extensor digitorum longus, which is taking origin from whole of upper 1/4 of fibula, the medial surface of fibula between its anterior and interosseous borders, and also from the lateral half of middle 2/4. और उस मिडिल 2/4 के मीडियल पार्ट से जो मसल ओरिजिन लेता है दैट इज दिस वन. If I hold it with the forceps, that will be this one, the extensor hallucis. You can see here it is taking origin slightly, the origin starts slightly lower down than the origin of extensor digitorum longus. So this is extensor hallucis longus coming from only the middle 2/4 of fibula. Extensor digitorum longus coming from upper 3/4 of fibula, upper 1/4 pura, middle 2/4 ka lateral part. And then from the lower 1/4, anterior lower 1/4 of lateral surface of fibula से आएगा the peroneus tertius, which is going down. You can see extensor digitorum longus की चार tendons हैं going for the lateral foretoes, whereas extensor hallucis is going to the great toe. Tibialis anterior I have already shown you. Now, if I show you again, now I have cut through. This was the superior extensor retinaculum, and this was the Y-shaped area, and this was the stem of the inferior extensor retinaculum. What are the structures passing deep to these retinacula from medial to lateral? Number one is tibialis anterior, number two is extensor hallucis. Then in between here you can see the anterior tibial vessels, which after crossing the ankle joint, the anterior tibial artery is now called as the dorsalis pedis artery. And then we have the deep peroneal nerve that is going to go and supply the some another muscle on the dorsum of foot, that is the extensor digitorum brevis, that we will study in the dorsum of foot, and it is going to eventually reach the first interdigital space. If I try to trace it, this is the nerve, this here it is going, this was the deep peroneal, this is going to reach your first. So this web space, the skin here is supplied by the deep peroneal nerve, whereas the skin on medial side of the big toe and the intervening webs between second and third, third and fourth, fourth and fifth toes, that is supplied by the superficial peroneal nerve, which was giving the medial and intermediate dorsal cutaneous nerves, right? And then after the this anterior tibial vessels and deep peroneal nerve, we have the extensor digitorum longus tendon, and then finally the peroneus tertius tendon. Okay. Now we had cut the deep fascia. Now this is the anterior intermuscular septum, which joins the deep surface of fascia cruris with the anterior border of fibula, right? And the anterior intermuscular septum intervenes between the anterior or the extensor compartment of leg and the lateral compartment of the leg. And then lateral compartment ke piche there will be the uh, this thing, the posterior intermuscular septum, that is joins the deep surface of this fascia cruris to the posterior border of fibula, separating the lateral compartment from the posterior compartment of leg, right? Okay. Then we can see in the depth of anterior compartment, in the depth of anterior compartment, we can see there is lying the deep peroneal nerve. Now, where is this deep peroneal nerve coming from? We'll come to that later on. Now, coming to the lateral compartment, we can see one is this muscle taking origin from the entire upper one third, then the middle one third का posterior half से आएगा, and then there is a shorter muscle taking origin from the anterior half of middle one third and the whole of lower one third of which surface of fibula? The lateral surface between the anterior and the posterior borders. These are the peroneus longus and the peroneus brevis muscles. You will see that now this is the lateral malleolus. Lateral malleolus के पीछे there is superficially lies the tendon of peroneus longus and उसके deep होती है the tendon of peroneus brevis. I just sit down, be able to make this more clearly. Now here you can see now this thing which is binding the peroneus longus and brevis muscles to the posterior aspect of lateral malleolus. This is the superior peroneal retinaculum. The direction is a bit different than given in the actual descriptions, but it extends from the almost the apex of lateral malleolus downwards and it goes downwards and backwards. And then now remember again the inferior extensor retinaculum, these were the two limbs and this was its stem. The stem of inferior extensor retinaculum is continuous with inferior peroneal retinaculum. Inferior peroneal retinaculum, again uske niche upper tendon is the tendon of peroneus brevis which is going and inserting into the base of fifth metatarsal, whereas lower one is the tendon of peroneus longus which goes and on the lateral aspect of cuboid bone just proximal to fifth metatarsal it will turn medially and go from within the sole of foot, it will go in a medial direction to insert somewhere very close to the insertion of this thing, tibialis posterior. So it forms a kind of a sling below the sole of foot. So peroneus brevis lies above and longus lies below, deep to the inferior peroneal retinaculum. Right. Then we see the supplying nerve, the motor nerve supply of lateral compartment. Here you can see this is the superficial peroneal nerve. Now abhi ye superficial nahi hui hai. It is still lying within the lateral compartment. How has it reached here? We can see that now this was the common peroneal nerve emerging from the popliteal fossa. It winds around the neck of fibula. Here it lies between peroneus longus and the neck of fibula. Here somewhere here deep to peroneus longus it divides into superficial and deep peroneal nerve. अब जो deep peroneal nerve है वो anterior intermuscular septum को pierce करके anterior compartment में पहुंच जाएगी. Here you can see this somewhere here. Let me show you. This is the this one is the deep peroneal nerve. तो ये anterior intermuscular septum को pierce करके anterior compartment में पहुंचती है and supplies the muscles of anterior compartment and then continues down to supply पहले extensor digitorum brevis and then reaches the first interdigital space. Whereas superficial peroneal nerve जो है stays in the lateral compartment, supplies the peroneus longus, then supplies the peroneus brevis, then it pierces the deep fascia to become superficial. So, in this way, it is somewhat analogous to the musculocutaneous nerve of upper limb. Musculo because it is giving motor nerve supply also, cutaneous because it is supplying the lower part of front of leg and most of the dorsum of foot as well. So, this is superficial peroneal nerve. If I pull on the nerve here, you can see it will be pulled backwards through the fascia. Not yet working. यहाँ से. If I pull on the nerve after piercing the fascia, yeah. right? So this is the superficial peroneal nerve. So I will be repeating again at this location, the neck of fibula के around जहाँ common peroneal nerve wind करती है, this is the most common area of injury of common peroneal nerve. यहाँ suppose it is called as policeman stick injury. कोई blunt trauma ऐसे hit करेगा यहाँ पे neck of fibula पे, the common peroneal nerve will be injured. So what will be the which structures will lose their nerve supply? The muscles of anterior compartment, the muscles of lateral compartment because of paralysis of deep peroneal nerve, superficial peroneal nerve, plus cutaneous nerve supply of lower part of front of leg and whole of dorsum of foot. Because of paralysis of muscles of anterior compartment. Now, what are these muscles going to do? If these muscles contract, they are going to pull the dorsum of foot upwards. That is called as dorsiflexion. Plus tibialis anterior because medial side पे insert होता है, it is going to cause upward movement of medial border of foot or medial facing of sole of foot. That is called as inversion. So, in the policeman stick injury, there will be loss of dorsiflexion of foot. So, foot will hang down freely. That is called as the foot drop. So, it is because of paralysis of muscles of anterior compartment that foot drop occurs. And the most common cause is injury of common peroneal nerve here in the lateral aspect of neck of fibula. Right? Okay. And one more thing was that if I show you the two limbs of this was the inferior extensor retinaculum, superior limb जो था that inserts on the medial malleolus here जहाँ great stiffness vein medial malleolus के आगे से जा रही है, whereas the inferior जो limb है that goes and almost merges with the plantar fascia, the plantar aponeurosis, उसके साथ जाके merge हो जाता है, right? So tibialis anterior, extensor hallucis, extensor digitorum longus, and peroneus tertius. That's all.